Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Ramblings of an Insomniac. I'm Courtney. Top of the morning to ya. How the heck is everyone doing? How you holding up? It's a crazy life out there. You guys have your seatbelts on? Are you buckled in? It's been wild. I don't know. It's like we paid for this. I don't know if we paid for this crazy roller coaster that we're on. I don't remember signing up and waiting in line for this wild ride that we have been taken on. But hey, it's okay. It's part of the fun, right? So hello, good morning. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am noticing more and more people checking out my podcast, and even though in the title it does say, I warn you ahead of time. I want everybody to remember, if you listen to my podcast and you're like, wow, she quite literally just is rambling. She's just kind of rambling about shit. It does say it, and it does warn you right there in the title, The Ramblings of an Insomniac. So I'm going to throw that out there that, I warned you in advance. I'm not going to talk politics today. Well, again, I might kind of throw it in every now and then, but I'm going to, instead, we're going to focus on the fact that, a couple of things. One, what kept me up last night? Well, actually, it wasn't last night. It was like a couple nights ago. My flippin' cat thought that it would be awesome to use my face as a floor mat, as traction, actually. He, like a cartoon character, I happened to be awake when he did this, but it was like a cartoon character. He was sleeping. I don't know if he had a bad dream, but he was sleeping and he quite literally just shot up like a cartoon, just shot up. And then I was lying on my side, proceeded to peel out on my ear, ripped my earlobe, just completely ripped my earlobe. And for 3 days now, it's not, I feel like Trump. That's kind of what I want to do, just to be an ass. I sort of want to bandage it up like Trump, and then I have one of those t-shirts that says fight, with the fist up in the air. I think that'd be hysterical. It's too cold for me to have a t-shirt on right now. It'd have to be under a sweatshirt, and then no one's going to see it. If it's under my sweatshirt, you can't see it. But I really do want to bandage up my ear, because I'm sorry, but Trump was right. Ears don't stop bleeding. It has been bleeding. I'm not trying to be gross. You guys are like, I don't want to hear about your bleeding ear. But I got to tell you, it doesn't stop. And I don't want to have to go to the freaking doctor for like 2 stitches. That's stupid. Who goes to the doctor for 2 stitches? But I, honest to God, might have to, because my whole ear is just completely, that's an exaggeration. My whole ear is not ripped, but it's, He did. I, honest to God, probably need like 2 stitches, because he did rip it pretty well. And it just won't quit. So that's been keeping me up. I tried to bandage, I put a Band-Aid on it, it's fine. But then the minute I take it off, so I don't even know what you're supposed to do I don't know what, again, I'm going to bandage it up like Trump and walk around with the big old bandage on my ear with my Trump t-shirt. That'll be good. I have to say, I do have to give a shout out to everybody in my town. I have worn shirts and stuff. Good morning. Hello. Sorry about that. I had to pause to chat for a little bit. But anyway, what was I saying? Bandaged up my ear, and it doesn't matter. I was just babbling about my ear. See, this is what happens again if you're just tuning into my podcast. This will happen a lot. Squirrel, sidetracked. I get sidetracked, So, that's keeping me up. If you have a cat and if you get your ear all blurred up, don't hate on Trump because he had to wear that damn bandage forever. Ears don't stop bleeding, man. Your head, when you hit your head, it just likes to bleed. But your ear in particular, it's a real booger to try to keep from bleeding. So don't give Trump any shit, okay? Anyway, I'm going to really quickly, though, speaking of Trump, I'm just going to hit on this real quick because it has to be said. I watched a video of, I'm not saying this to be rude. I'm genuinely not saying this to be rude. Bible, hand on the Bible. Don't know if this person was a man or a woman. Seriously, not positive. Voice even people in the comments were like, not sure if this is a man or a woman. So this person decided that it'd be appropriate to get on social media, on TikTok particularly, because TikTok allows this shit. And they thought it would be appropriate to get on social media and make a video about how people should put away their cell phones, not use their cell phones, and instead of their cell phones, they should go get themselves a pew-pew. I don't know if I'm allowed to say G-U-N. I don't know. I don't know why we can't say those words, so I'm going to say it. He encouraged everybody to not videotape anymore, stop videotaping, stop telling ICE to stop protesting altogether, and instead, you should go get yourself a gun and you should go and unalive all of the ICE agents. That's what he said on social media for everybody. And TikTok didn't take it down. TikTok didn't think it was inappropriate. You know what TikTok thought was inappropriate, though? Me reposting it and saying, what's up? And making the comment, hey, this isn't cool. I got reported. Not the person that told me they wanted me dead, not the person that said they wanted the ICE agents dead and encouraged everybody to go out and buy guns so that they could also unalive all of the ICE agents. No. TikTok thought that was appropriate because, of course, it's out of China or whatever, and that's what commies do, right? They unalive people. And apparently liberals, again, another example. Yet another example. And then the church. Everybody decided that it was totally appropriate. Liberals think it's appropriate to barge into a church because they don't like the pastor. If you don't like the pastor, here's a little tip. Don't fucking go to the church. If you don't like the pastor, no one said you had to go to that church. You probably don't go to church anyway. You probably don't even go to church, so why the hell do you care? And even if you do go to church, why do you care who the pastor is of a church that you don't go to? You shouldn't, but liberals make everything their business. It has to be, every single thing in the entire planet triggers them. Things can't be too hot or too cold. Things can't be too up or too down, too nice or too sad. Everything, they're like Goldilocks. Everything has to be just right for them, not just right for everybody else. Fuck everybody else. So they went into a church. Don Lemon decided that it was super appropriate to join them and instigate and encourage and videotape and then talk about how it was how it is his First Amendment right. Goodness, how it was his First Amendment right to barge into church, which is considered private property, by the way, and start screaming obscenities, yelling, interrupting worship during Sunday service. They weren't just in a church doing bingo. That'd still be inappropriate. It still wouldn't be okay. But they weren't just playing bingo or just hanging out and chit-chatting. They were in the middle it was on a Sunday. They were in the middle of worship. And Don Lemon and all of his, and then the group of people that he went in with decided that it'd be appropriate when there's children there, by the way. The children were crying. The children were scared. Elderly were there. And yelling and screaming. First of all, how does that help anybody? How does you screaming and yelling in a church full of people that aren't doing anything, how does that fix or resolve a single issue at all? The answer is it absolutely doesn't. Here's another example of useless people. Useless people. And Don Lemon is just that. He's a lemon. He needs to be part of the lemon law. He needs to be taken back as part of the lemon law. Start over. Redo. He's garbage. And people need to stop calling him a journalist because he's not. A journalist gets unbiased information. A journalist goes and gathers information from all aspects, from all points of view. They get they gather information, they gather facts, they gather opinions and facts from all over. That's what a journalist does. A journalist then takes that information and they give it to the public, and they do it in an unbiased way. And that is also what the media is supposed to do. The media is supposed to give us information, and then we, the people, decide what we do with that information that we are given. Well, when you barge into a church, and when you are, and then in Portland, that same gentleman found it, and a bunch of other people thought that it would be super, super, super appropriate while people are standing outside walking into their church, elderly people, a person that had children with them, they were holding the hands of their children, there were elderly people, screaming and yelling at these people, obscenities. I'm talking, when I say screaming, I am meaning screaming in the quite literal, the liberal screams that they do. The liberal, I can't do it right now because I'm out in public and I don't want people to think I'm dying. But the screaming like a banshee. I'm going to call it liberal screams. They were doing that. And out in public, in front of all of these children and elderly, in their faces, saying the most horrific, heinous things as they're walking into church. Then we've got people rejoicing for Charlie Kirk, for Charlie Kirk's death. Then we've got people that want to mutilate children. And then we've got all these people threatening ICE agents' family members, talking about how they want to hear the screams of their babies and their family members. Because another gentleman got on TikTok. TikTok's not doing anything about it. They're only doing things about the Pledge of Allegiance. That's what I got kicked off TikTok for, by the way. True story. I posted the Pledge of Allegiance during COVID. So I'm allowed to be threatened. My mom's allowed to be threatened. My mom's life was threatened. I was threatened, all of that during COVID. But I can't put the Pledge of Allegiance. And now they're threatening ICE agents, and you can post videos about that. You can post videos doxing ICE agents. You can post that. That's okay. So death threats, that's cool. So it's a liberal thing. Liberals are way super into death. Like I've said, I'm going to really drill that in. Liberals like killing. It's their favorite thing. And then their next favorite thing is to bully, harass, threaten, beat up. They just love it. It like makes their heart happy. And I'm not into that. I'm going to try to get up every morning. Like this morning I got up and I was like, you know what? I'm going to listen to some music. I'm going to get some fresh air. I am going to live my life and try to focus on all that is good. I'm going to try my damnedest to be a better me. So I had to get that out. I had to say that, again, if you are somebody that feels that going into a church and screaming and yelling on private property in the middle of worship is okay and you support that, I'm going to say again, repeat after me. Everybody knows what I was going to say. You're a garbage human. Yay! Okay, good. And then if you get on TikTok or on any social media and you talk about unaliving ICE agents, you are, say it with me, a garbage human being. I don't want to be a garbage human being. I don't believe in unaliving people, even ones I don't like. Can't stand most of the Democrat politicians. Detest them with every fiber in my being. I think they're truly evil, genuinely evil. But if I heard that one of them was assassinated, I wouldn't make a video rejoicing in it. I can tell you that. Would I be sad? Absolutely not. I'd be sad for their family. I'd be very sad for their family. I'd be very sad for those that it would affect. I feel bad. I don't want people to lose their life, but I wouldn't rejoice. I wouldn't make videos rejoicing in that, and I wouldn't dress up as their corpse because it's tacky, right? But that's what the Liberal Party's doing and getting away with it. And Ilhan Omar is allowed to completely threaten and commit fraud and marry her brother and be here illegally. And somehow she's not deported. I don't know. I don't like Pam Bondi. I don't trust Pam Bondi from day one. This isn't a new thing. Not new. Been saying it since literally day one. Can't stand Pam Bondi or Kash Patel. I think they're both shady motherfuckers. I think they're super shady motherfuckers. Don't trust them at all. Sorry, I don't. People think that because I'm a Republican, I have to like every Republican. Well, I'm a human. Do I like every human? I'm a woman. Do I like every woman? I'm a blonde. Do I like every blonde? I'm Swedish. Do I like every Swede? No. The answer is no, because humans are different. Every human is different. I'm trying not to say liberals. I'm trying not to lump everyone together. I'm really doing bad at it. I really am. Someone needs to shock me every time I say liberals, but it is liberals that are doing this, so I don't know what else to say. So I guess I could just say the people that are committing these crimes, the people that are saying and doing XYZ are garbage human beings. So not just liberals. I have said that in the past many times. My comments are directed at anybody that feels it's appropriate to go into a church or to unalive people because of an opinion. That's who my comments are directed at. So I do need to do a better job at that, but I'm trying to just say, hey, let go and let God. Again, I'm not saying that I'm a Christian. God and I have talks all the time. I don't know who I'm talking to. I tell him that. I'm like, I don't know if I should call you God. I don't know what I believe. I believe in being a good person. I believe in a higher power. I know there's a higher power because I'm not a narcissist. I very much believe in energy. People might roll their eyes and be like, oh, she's one of those. But energy is a fact. Energy is a thing. Energy is real. Energy is scientific. And I can feel it. It affects me, I think, more than some. And again, you can probably roll your eyes and be like, ugh. But so I still have talks with whoever it is up there. And sometimes I go to church over at a friend of mine's home. And sometimes I read Bible on my own for information, to learn, to gather. Again, I gather information. I gather all sides. I have friends that are from all walks of life. I do watch CNN. I do watch MSNBC. I do watch CBS. And I watch Fox News. So I do get all sides. So I practice what I preach. I have friends from all walks of life. With religion, I try to gather information before I make a decision. I'm still gathering information. I'm still learning. We're going to learn every day. I hope that we're all, because if you think you've already learned everything, well then that's kind of narcissistic, right? There's so many things to learn. There are so many things out there to learn. There's so many things to gather knowledge about. Why not try to get all the information you can and go out and experience life without being so angry all the time? I feel like those people that are just constantly protesting and constantly like, don't call me this, do call me that, say this, don't say that. It's like, relax. You need a massage or sex or a drink. You need at least one of those things. And that's not bad. Everybody needs one of those things sometimes. Everybody, I don't care who you are, needs one of those things at some point. And if you're all the time just constantly pissed and constantly angry and constantly seeking out the bad, listen to this. Ready? I'm going to have you guys listen to some water. Here you go. Isn't that nice? Isn't that soothing? Go outside. Get some fresh air. Take a deep breath. It's okay. Calm down. I don't want to say that. That makes people angry. Telling a woman especially to calm down makes them angry. So just, it's okay. Take a deep breath. It's not your circus. It's not your monkey. It's okay to get involved. Get involved. Be passionate about things. Clearly, I'm passionate about things. It's okay to be passionate, but if you're not actually going to resolve an issue, then shut up and go do something that you can control. Go do something that does contribute. Because whining and screaming and shouting from the rooftops, you're not helping anyone. You haven't saved a citizen. You're not helping them with their paperwork. Go help them with their paperwork to become a citizen. Do that. If you're passionate about something, ask how you can get involved to make a difference. Because being a paid protester isn't helping. You're not some savior, good person because you're getting paid to pretend that you care about a cause, that all you're doing is screaming and yelling. You're not getting your hands dirty. You're not doing a soup kitchen. You're not Habitat for Humanity and building something. You're just screaming and yelling, and you're getting paid to do it. That's not caring. Sorry, it isn't. That's just wanting power and attention for money. And that's kind of the opposite, right? Go live your life. Please go get laid. I mean, unless you're a minor, and same with drinking, I'm not saying be an alcoholic. I don't mean go out and get drunk. I just mean Have a glass of wine. Get a massage. Have some sex. I don't know, something. Chill out. Get a job. All those things. So, I guess what I'm saying is, I just want people to wake up every morning and try. Just try to be the best person that you can. I mean, I don't think people wake up and go, I'm going to be an asshole today. I'm just going to be a real douche. I'm just going to go out and really I mean, actually, it seems to be that's what certain people are doing right now. It does seem a lot of people wake up and they're like, I just got it. It's like they're all roided out. It's like are you guys having like roid rage? Is that what it is? Because of all those hormones. That's what it is. You're so pumped full of testosterone and hormones, all those hormones you're taking to try to become a woman or a man. And now you're just like roiding out. You're just roid raging. Is that what it is? You guys are becoming like a weird zombie because you're so pumped full of all of this stuff from COVID. You're pumped full of all the vaccinations for COVID, which are garbage. And then you're pumped full of all of the hormones that you're taking to try to gender change, which is funny. You can't call it gender affirmation if you don't believe in gender. That's yet another thing that no one can explain to me. I would love it if someone could explain to me when they say, there's no gender, there's no such thing as gender, but I'm going to go get a gender affirming surgery. Well, what are you trying to affirm? What are you trying to affirm if you don't believe in gender? Why are you getting a gender affirming surgery if you don't believe in genders? Confused. That's another hiccup, right? So stop roiding out. I mean, we all have times when we're angry. Again, I'm not saying don't be angry, don't be passionate, don't, but also look for the good. Don't wake up trying to start fights. Don't be like that chihuahua that just wakes up and is like, rah, 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 and just going around puffed up, looking for trouble, Just, it's okay. It's okay. Listen to my podcast instead, right? That's a way to get you calm. No, I'm just kidding. It probably doesn't calm me down. I probably get everybody all fired up. So I'm certainly not doing a good job yet. I'm trying. I am doing a good job at going out every single day. I go out rain or shine every day, no matter how cold or terrible I feel. I get up, I take a deep breath, and I go for a walk for a minimum of a half an hour. Very minimum, no matter what the day is like. And I am a good person. I'm very nice to people. I go out and I'm respectful. I'm kind. I help people. And if sometimes I'm less kind and some days I'm a little more cranky, that's called being a human. That's okay. I'm not telling people not to be human. I'm not telling you what to do. You do what you want to do. I'm not telling you what to do at all. I'm just rambling, I'm ramblings of an insomniac. I'm just rambling here. You guys do you, Scotty P. You do whatever you want to do. I'm just saying my opinion here. Again, I'm certainly not perfect. I have a lot to work on. So thank you for those of you who are starting off, or whenever you listen to my podcast, you freaking rock. You're the best. You're the best around, and no one's ever going to keep you down. You're the best around. Okay, sorry. Anyway, you guys rock. I'm going to do a little dance. Sprinkler, and sprinkler, and sprinkler, and robot, and robot, and robot, and running man, and running man. That's for you. That's for you. Tell a friend, tell a neighbor, shout it from the rooftops, and give yourself a high five. High five! You rock. And remember, if you just get out of bed every day and you take a breath and you're trying, you're already miles ahead of many other people. So go you. Anyway, again, until next time.